What's up, everybody? This is yours truly, Myron Smothers, with the latest edition of the Mind in Motion series, where you see me in random places talking to different people. And for this episode, I am talking to my guy. You're one of the first people I interviewed on my website, bro.
Yeah, I remember.
It was back. Introduce yourself first of all, for those who don't know you.
How y'all doing? My name is Aristide Williams.
The Lemonade King.
Everybody know me as Kharles Bistro. I'm a private chef from New Orleans, but I started in Baton Rouge. Now located in New York, New York.
And this lemonade is the truth. Matter of fact, what? Give me mine.
Yeah.
If you ever get some lemonade, you gotta get the strawberry lemonade because it just do something to your soul, and it's a perfect mix with an adult beverage. It blends perfectly. But we'll talk about that. How you been, bro? How you been?
Oh man, like God has been good, man. Like just blessings after blessings after blessings. I can't describe it. It's almost funny how like when God puts something in my life, I just laugh because I'm like, this is what I prayed for like 2-3 years ago, and now I'm here. So
how has the adjustment been? Because I have a friend who's also living in New York. He's a Louisiana guy, and the cold. He talks about the cold all the time. It's brutal. How has that adjustment been?
Absolutely disrespectful. Like absolutely disrespectful. You know, I'm not going outside today. Like I ain't going outside today. Period. That's a real saying. That's a real thing. Like the cold weather is brutal. Like it's not even enjoyable. Like, but I mean, the city lights, the skyscrapers, the taxis, the subway, that's what keep me going. Not to mention my mentor. Like, my mentor is like a mother to me. So she keep me focused.
Is there somebody there or somebody here?
Somebody there. Crazy story. Two of my friends ran into her. This was before I moved to New York. Two of my friends ran into her just in the street. They had on a Southern hat. She went to Southern University. They exchanged numbers and they told her that we got a friend back at home who's inspired to be a chef. They gave me her number. 2 days later, I called her. For the last 3-4 years, she's been my mentor.
Is that partially part of the reason that you went out there?
Exactly. That's part of the reason why I went out there. And crazy story is I was doing meal preps for a little LSU football player by the name of Jamal Adams. And lo and behold, God landed me in New York with a job. And Jamal went to the Jets. And I remember, I'll never forget, I texted him, I was like, I don't even know if you remember, because it was like a year and a half after. It's like, say, man, this chef calls. One of you still need a private chef. I just moved to New York. He was like, hell yeah. Like, I was like, so I've been as private chef going on 2 years.
Oh, that's
now.
still going on?
That's still going on.
Oh, that's dope, son.
That's private chef. And I do that at nighttime, but in the daytime, I work for Marcus Samuelson, Food Network's Marcus Samuelson, Red Rooster in Harlem. So, yeah.
That's dope, man. I have some thoughts about like the adjustment, right? How was that leap of faith? Like people always talk about that leap of faith, and it's specifically to New York. How did you feel about making that move there in particular? Like, was this something you thought maybe was cliche, or just something you just knew you prayed on, different situations that you knew you had to do at that moment?
All right, true story. A friend of mine, he was a GM at a restaurant. He just got hired. He said, I want to hire you as my chef. I was coming out of a slump, like out here in Baton Rouge with my food. I mean, like things starting to kind of slow down, and I wanted something different. It took me about 3 days. He was like, man, I'm in New York. I was like, man, I don't got nowhere to stay. I don't have this, I don't that. I figured it out. And once all the stuff lined up, I still was on the edge. Like,
do I really want to do this?
Do I really want to do this? Like, is this for me? When something comes in my life, I literally sit down and I ask God, if it's for me, let it be. If not, take it away. And 2 years later, I live in New York, driving. So I will never forget. And I finally told I had the courage to tell my mom, because I'm a mama's boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. And like nobody in my family has ever took this big of a leap. And I told my mom.
And they're probably far of
man, I told my mom was like, no, nah, you can't go. And I remember, real talk, I remember crying. I was like, Mom, I just gotta see. I can always come back. Home is always here.
Yeah.
And I went out there. The adjustment was like terrible. Like it was like I went through some stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like I fought through it. Like I always knew God had my back, like without a doubt. Like every time I felt like, okay, this is the, you gotta go home, things turned around, continue to turn around. And I just was like, it's meant for me to be here.
I think going with that is the whole part that you told your mom that you were cool, that you knew you could always come home. Because I feel like a reason a lot of us don't take that step is because they feel like if they come back home,
it's a failure.
But that's necessarily not the case.
Man, and it's okay to fail. Like I didn't fail in New York like a billion times, but I'm not giving up. This is my thing. I feel as though I can't leave New York empty-handed. I'm not gonna leave New York empty-handed. Once I leave New York, I know it's gonna be my time. And I'm not gonna leave premeditated. I'm not gonna shortchange myself out of New York. Like I've been out here for a whole week. I go back home tomorrow. I mean, once I get back home to New York, it's like hard. Like I'm full force because I got new energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always good to come home and get new energy, get loved by your family, your friends. And when I get back to New York, I'm back focused. I'm back locked in. You know what I'm saying? It's different. When I say it's different from the people to the speed to just adjusting to the weather, the smallest stuff. But you can do it. Like it's not impossible.
So besides like the weather, what you think has been the biggest adjustment? The people. They already the people. Especially coming from the South.
The people.
When you say hey, they don't say hey back.
Oh no, it's not even the hey. It's just how they carry themselves. It's just. But I mean, they don't get me wrong. Like,
it's probably not purposeful.
It's not purposeful.
Like how they were raised.
That's how they were raised, man. And I mean, I have some people out there that like genuinely care for. Like, I got coworkers, Jaquetta, Rashida, like they keep me going. These like black women in the chefs, in the kitchen, and like they push me to be my very best. And like people like that, and my boss, Chef Ed, you know what I'm saying? These people are originally from New York. Rashida's from originally from DC, but like those three people, like man, it's like they have good people in New York, but like you just New York is one of those things. You put your hand in your grind and you just keep going non-stop, just keep going, and like you just pray to God that you run into some good people. And that's what I did. I ran into some good people, but the people is a big adjustment. But you gotta realize you're not there for the people. That's what I realized. I'm not there for people. I got a mission. I gotta grind. I have. It's a reason why I'm here. It's not people.
So with that, what's one of the things you think you learned about yourself being in a different place? Because you're going there by yourself, new city, and while you probably have grown professionally, I'm knowing, what's some things personally you think you've grown at?
Honestly, I'm a caregiving person, and I'm down to earth. I get along with pretty much everybody because I have beef, but I got tougher skin. A lot of stuff don't get to me as easily. You know what I'm saying? If my chef say, "Hey, that's trash," do it better. I know he ain't saying it out of pain. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody was to tell me that down here, like I'm not gonna lie, we beat around the bush. Like down here, we beat around the bush a lot.
Not me, but yeah, we do.
We beat around the bush. That's how I feel. In New York, it's straight to your face. That's what I like. Tell me what I did wrong so I can adjust myself. Once I adjust myself, I become dangerous every time. Now, people do hate in New York. Because
it's competitive.
It's competitive. Like they hate, but when somebody, I feel like when somebody hating on you, you're doing something right. And I never was like, I felt like I never had a hater. Like I never viewed myself.
You definitely have haters though. They everywhere, dog. People slick hate when you don't even know.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, man. And I wasn't raised.
I'm knowing they got somebody right now saying, man, ain't nothing to eliminate
ain't good, but it's okay.
But I'm saying that it's true. So you got haters, but I understand what you're saying.
It's okay, man. I don't ponder off that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay if you don't like me, that's fine. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep living. I gotta keep striving because, like, deep down inside, bro, I know I'm gonna be be somebody. Like, I know it. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm patient enough to see what God is gonna take me. So like, I'm good. I'm ready.
You gotta be ready, bro, because it can come like that. Like I've been having this thing this year. For me, I've been saying it's coming this year. Like I don't know when it's coming. Like I've been telling myself it's gonna happen like that. Like it's not gonna be something I've been working for years now, but it's not gonna be something that I'm just, oh, I see it, I put in the job application and I'm waiting. It's gonna be something that boom, something hot, and I just gotta be ready. But I feel like I have put in the work already these years to prepare myself. And I think what a lot of people don't realize is like God and puts us through certain situations in life, like different things that are correlate with a job. Like you don't even know it's correlating, but you be like, dang, wait, I can see why I went through that because that's gonna help me when I get to this point. Right. And I feel like a lot of us, like you ready for it. I feel like a lot of us say we ready for it, but don't be ready. Like you, oh, can't wait. Like just like saying I can't wait to get to the league, but you ain't been working on your free throw.
Right.
Like as soon as you get there, you can't shoot no free throw.
Like, it's crazy. Like what I'm working on is I'm trying to open up Jamal Adams' palette. So like I try different stuff. I broke my I can't say tradition, but like I broke what I normally do, my routine, just to experience something else so I can be comfortable with it to give it to somebody else. Like I became a vegetarian for 2 months, and I was vegan for a month, and I just like,
I know that. Oh, you from South?
Yeah. Like Robbie, ever since I've been out, like seriously. But it's always just about like adjusting yourself, like man. Like we say we ready for like I thought I was when I living in Baton Rouge and doing the wings and seeing how many people in the lemonade. I thought I was ready for a restaurant until I moved to New York and I saw how real high-paced restaurant work, and I'm like, Steve, you ain't ready for this. Like, you ain't ready for this, but like, you gonna get ready. Like, you need to like buckle down. You're gonna take some scars. You're gonna get some scars. You're gonna take some beat ups, but you gonna get through it. Like scars and all that heals. Only gonna get tougher. You will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go through that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I was living out here, I was trying to like skip over the grind. Not the grind, but like skip over the bad stuff to get to the prime stuff. Yeah. Now, when I'm in New York, I tell my chef, give me the hard stuff now. Give it to me. Give it to me now. So I can get through it. Cause I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna run through it like a brick wall. And if I don't run through it the first time, give me the second time. I tell myself this all the time. Like, I'm gonna get where I'm going no matter if I gotta go to the front door, the side door, the back door, the window, the roof, dig under the ground, get through the floor. I'm gonna get in there. Like, I'm gonna get in there. I don't know how, I don't know when. But God gonna put me in a vicinity to get in there. He gonna show me the signs. I just gotta figure it out.
So with that being said, man, what do you think? We know you're in New York right now, but what do you kind of think is your next step? You're working at a restaurant right now, but a year into this year, and then a couple of years from now, what's kind of next for Aristide? What do you see yourself going next?
Well, right now I'm working on a series of pop-up restaurant style dinners, and it's like kind of like a supper club. But I'm a huge Kanye West fan.
Not still?
Musically wise, still.
Still?
I mean, I feel as though he got his own beliefs, and I don't
talking about the music ain't been that good. But all right, that's subject for another day.
We can talk about music all day now. You know, I can talk about music all day. I grew up watching, Kanye West, like him and Create, and my Deep Dark Fantasy. He had this thing where in the short film, he had all these black people with all white on having a dinner. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I want to do a series of those. Cold clothes, like probably like 25 people tops, but I want to do it citywide, like New Orleans, Atlanta.
Like this is intriguing to me because like your grind for something is totally different from the normal grind. Like you grind about with food, like it's different. Like you're talking about a pop-up event with not clothes or food, which I think is tight, but it's just it's different, man. I do want to ask you something real quick before I get on that. I just started my podcast a while back, and I just thought of it in my head, and I was like, I can't let it go by. Man, Wings is the new hustle, bro. Wings is the new makeup, MUA. Wings is the new clothing brands. Everybody and their mama sell wings. I said this because I say my man Big got two Empire Wing spots. He used to sell wings outside of the club.
The club, yeah.
When he left, guess who was there? Another person selling wings. Wings is the new hustle, bro.
We got Kitchen on Clinton.
Shout to them.
That's my frat brothers. Like, they doing big stuff, man. I'm like, Uber's a product. I'm like, cause we basically started at the same time. And like, but that's amazing for what they're doing. Cause they have another location open up in Franklinton. Yeah. Like, that's dope. Like,
wings is the new hustle.
You know what I'm saying? Wings is the new hustle.
But I say that though to say
I did wings at one time.
Hey, wings, people getting in there with the wings, but right. I say that to say this. I know it's not knocking everybody's hustle, right? But similar with like MUAs, people who do hair, I look at people, like I see you putting in work. But I see some people just out of nowhere, just like, oh, shoot, I've been cooking at home for the last 3 years. I'm about to start a catering business. Like, not necessarily, I feel like we live in an era where a lot of people do something that they just know how to do instead of doing what they called to do. Yeah. And I feel like this in a sense sometimes be blocking people who really like putting in work. I see so many like hairdressers. I see some girls who I know who have been doing this since they were 7. Can show you I do this. Then I see the girl who's been doing this for the last 2 years, and while she not bad at it, she ain't putting in that work to say I'm gonna have a master class. Niggas love a master class, by the way. But anyway, bro, so that's off on the tangent. But how do you feel about just the field that you in? Like, this food is definitely an interesting field, and you can go many different ways with it. Like, you can go the route of a food truck, you can go the route of working your way up. So again, I guess that kind of goes back to me asking, what do you think is like your next step besides the pop-up classes? So with that,
it's within my menu that I'm trying to do with the pop-up. Like, I'm trying to convert me and my manager, which is Adrian, went to school with me, and that's another thing. I keep my people like around. I keep people that I know want to see me win, and I want to see them win too. And you already know what I'm gonna say. It's not about what's her name? Issa Rae. She said, it's not about working. Side to side.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, when I make my first $1 million, my big deal, I'm coming here. I don't want to go talk to the news. I don't want to talk to these shit. I don't want to talk to people who don't actually know me. I want to talk to people who do the beginning. And with my pop-up, I'm trying to convert Louisiana food with other cultures. Like, say for instance, what's one thing from Louisiana we like? It's stuffed bell peppers. Like, why don't we take stuffed bell peppers, stuffed bell pepper stuffing, take it, put it in a table. You know what I'm saying? Different cultures, different stuff. Instead of, I had this one idea where us being in Louisiana, in New Orleans, we like girls and we take girls on dates to the lakefront and eat crawfish. But I don't know how to convert that to a plate. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
I feel like we live into, I was telling somebody this other day, we live into today's where the norm of doing things, you can't do that no more. You have to get more creative in today. So I do feel, and I want to come to one of these ideas.
You will, trust me. Like, I plan on doing a lot of stuff like dedicated to the people who helped me get here, because I didn't do this by myself.
All right, so besides the pop-up shops, right? What else, man? Because it's a lot of, again, like I think I alluded to a little earlier, it's a lot of different ways that, especially in your field, that you can choose. And I feel like that's a great outlet that you can start. I think it's hella dope. But what else? I know that can't be the only thing. So what else you have? What else do you see yourself doing? And do you see yourself making your way back down here versus?
The only reason why I went to New York is to, I ain't gonna say steal something, but just like get it just to the hardest working place in the United States for my career, and come home and just win. I want to be the face of Louisiana food. And I want to open up a series of restaurants. Probably, not probably, but I'm obsessed with this series called Chef's Table and 42 Grams. It's on Netflix. I like literally watch that. I watch 42 Grams every 2 days. And what I want to do long term is have a restaurant, small plating, probably like a 7, 8, 9 course dinner. Cater to like small audiences, so I can interact with the customer. Because I mean,
you don't want to be a chef that's just always in the back.
Always in the back, man. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about everything. Agreements, disagreements, over food. Everybody has to eat. That's why I'm glad and I pray to God to actually lead me to something that I actually love to do and that everybody can relate to. Everybody has to eat. Everybody has to drink. No matter if you just drink water. I want to drink the best water you ever had. So you just have to have a conversation. Now have a conversation about life and how we can all come together, because I mean, food is an instrument that everybody plays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody has to eat. You know what I'm saying? Food brings people together. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have friends who didn't know each other, but now they don't even need me to be around to hang out with each other. I got friends who didn't get along with each other. I didn't like each other, but just based on when we have a when they set up and they come and chill talk to me, and the other friend come over and act shit up. Like, hey, chill out. We be young adults now. It's not that serious. Like, it's just too short for us to be hugging.
Yeah.
And all of us. You know what I'm saying? That I just use that tool to kind of get to people, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love speaking positive things to people's lives, because that's what my grandmother taught me. So that's why I have like this little thing I'm doing today. I've been slipping because I've been home, but yeah.
So what I'm getting is really like, though you enjoy food, it's your outlet to be able to communicate to people and touch people.
Somebody gotta do it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm saying, like, it's too much hate. It's too much hate in the world. Like, for real. Like, look at R. Kelly. R. Kelly is great. People throw it off. He really is throw it off. But we don't know the full story.
Yeah, that nigga did that shit. He did that.
He may have did it.
Nah, I don't think.
I ain't gonna.
We not another show for another day. Cause I could go on about my mans. He's not my mans.
Yeah, damn chaos. My grandma was so disappointed.
See, well, I don't think he necessarily. I think he did the stuff, but I don't think the other side of the people are not all as innocent. I do think that some of those parents, you can have it as long as you give us that check every month. But anyway,
and that's another thing. And I don't mean like this doesn't have to do with R. Kelly, but like one thing I learned in New York, when I got to New York, man, it was like about money. Like how I'm going to pay for this, because this is how I'm going to get to work, because this is high. Until one day I just gave up on it. I was like, you know what? I do not want money to control my emotions, man. And once I did that, like God just put everything on the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. Like we all fall short. There's been days I was like, we're gonna do Friday. It's Wednesday. I don't got none of it. I don't be worried, because Wednesday night somehow God put it in my presence. Thursday, even Friday morning. Like, I just don't worry about it. Then I look at it as like, you got millionaires who are unhappy.
Yeah.
Who not. They have all this money in the world. And they're not happy.
Yeah, sure.
And that's what I don't want to do. This is my goal. It may sound crazy. I'm gonna retire by 45. 45, I'm gonna be retired. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, I want to enjoy my children, my wife. That's what I want to do. I want them to experience stuff that I didn't experience, as far as like traveling, like all kind of stuff. I want to do stuff like that, because like I'm putting in my work now, so I can chill. You grind now so you can chill later.
I always said I want, like in my field.
But I don't want to be a celebrity chef. Like, I do not want to be a celebrity.
You know what's crazy? I said this, like I was praying last night. I said if celebrity come, that's okay, it happens. But I've never necessarily wanted to be famous. I've always wanted to just be happy doing what I like to enjoy.
Exactly.
Because if I'm happy, like Cole got a verse. Cole got tons of verses about
you
but
already
like
you already know how I am about
as soon as people with less than you that's happy and enjoying their life without the cars, the money, but as long as they happy and comfortable and they can manage their life without stress, like that's cool with
Love
me.
yours.
Like love, that's my favorite album. 2014 Voices Drive Classic. But yeah, man. So before we get out of here, bro, is there anything? What's up, dog? Is there anything, anybody watching, man? Anything you would just like to tell them? Get off your chest, tell them. Speak that real. R.I.P. to him. The Mind of Myron now, but yeah, speak that real to the people.
Take a deep breath.
Count to 3. Come with me.
Take a deep breath. Envisioning in your mind that you're already successful. You shoot for the stars. You can't fail. You may take a leap of faith. You may feel like you're falling at a point, but it doesn't mean that you won't fly. I came up with this thing. I don't know if people will get it, but and it's another thing too. Just because, say you, another person, like our chefs, all right? Both y'all chefs.
Y'all already know what you about to say.
Right.
Yes, it's true. What he about to say is right.
Got both chefs. We have lanes, right? My lane may be going 20 miles an hour. Their lane may be going 50. Just because they're moving at a faster pace than you and they're doing what you envision doing doesn't mean they're better than you or they're gonna be more successful than you. No shade to them, but it just feels as though but God has us in separate places for a reason.
I'm gonna cut you off because I said this on the podcast recently. What God has planned for you is for you. If He got it, that means it was never for me. It wasn't for me. It was always for Him.
Like that person's lane may be only 10 miles. Your lane may be 100. And then you never know when God is gonna speed up your process, man. Plain and simple. Like it's chefs that I used to look up to out here. They're like, they was doing all kind of stuff like Empire Wings. Like shout out to them because they are doing like an amazing job. And I was like, man, I used to be like, man, I don't want to be like that. And then God was like, nah, I got something else special for you.
And not even necessarily saying what you have is better, but it's for you.
It's for me. So, man, aim for the stars. Don't look back. You may fall, but you will fly. God ain't gonna put you through nothing you can't handle. Period. If he throw you in the fire, best believe you got something to protect you. You may get your finger may burn, your foot may burn for a little while, but he gonna put some cream on it because you're gonna be straight. So just keep striving, keep pushing, stay focused, don't get comfortable, and take chances. Period.
And if you get thirsty, go get some lemonade. And if you are over 21, get the Crown Peach that everybody been getting. And you can mix it because that's what the cool kids are doing. But anyways, bro, I appreciate you chopping it up with me, bro.
It's all good.
This has been the latest edition of The Mind in Motion. See where I will be next, I don't even know yet, but I appreciate my boy for chopping it up with me.
I'm telling you,
good luck in New York, man.
The next interview is gonna be one of those, hey, Myron, coming to New York. I just did a documentary. I just won.
I might already be there.
Oh.
All
right.
You never know, man.
All right.
We appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, bro.